Do you need help with a post-game assessment so you can improve your game? In today's session, I'm going to answer a question from Jack who wants to know what he can do post-game to improve his game going forward. You're watching Sessions with Doc. Here's the question that I received from Jack. He said, I wonder if you have any tips or a program for post-game assessment, no matter if I win or lose the round. I'm trying to identify good parts of my game and the bad parts of my game so I can improve going forward. Jack, thanks for the question. Yes, I do have a post-game assessment, and they're included in the Golfer's Mental Edge 2.0. I think post-game assessments are extremely important for golfers because it's really hard to remember what you did in the round, maybe 5-6 days later when you go back to practice, or maybe even 2 days later when you go back to practice. Now, there's many different ways that you can assess your round. You can assess it statistically, and I always think that's a good idea to keep track of your stats out there. Just simply fairways, greens, total putts, maybe putts per green in regulation, up and down percentage, maybe a percentage from 100 yards and in. And if you want to be more specific, you can keep stats like I was left, I was right, I was short of the pin, I was long of the pin, and look at some of those stats as well. But basically, I like those specific stats that give you an idea of your ball striking and your putting and your chipping. I always ask my golfers, what were your stats like? How many greens did you hit? How many fairways did you hit? How many putts did you have total? How many 3 putts, for example? I like that. I don't like you to keep 3 putts, but I do like to keep track with my students because, for example, if you're hitting 10 greens per round, but then you say, well, I've got 36 putts and I made 4 3 putts, well, that immediately tells me where you need to put the emphasis in. On your putting and specifically on your distance putting, or what I call your touch putting. Now, in terms of the mental game, I also have a mental game assessment that I share with my athletes as well. And also, like I said, it's in Golfer's Mental Edge 2.0. At the end of each round, I want you to ask yourself these things. First of all, what are 2 things that you did well with your game? It could be about the mental game, it could be about the physical, but from my perspective, I ask about the mental game. For example, did you stay in the moment? Did you have a plan for every shot? Did you commit to every shot, for example? Did you follow your routine? Next, what are 2 things that you want to improve for the next round? Now, those could be things that you're going to practice statistically, like your putting touch, or those could be some of the mental game things as well. You might say, well, I got easily frustrated out there, for example. Or I wasn't decisive. I wasn't committed to my shots. I was very wishy-washy over the shots. Or I had negative thoughts or a doubt, or I was outcome thinking. So that information helps you going forward to be able to adjust your mental game and also give you some things to work on in your practice if you're going to keep track of your statistics, for example. Next, then, ask yourself, did I stay in the moment? Did I focus on the process? That's really important. Next, I would ask yourself after the round, did I pump up my confidence? Did I fuel up my confidence? We call that proactive confidence. Next, did I trust in my skills? Did I swing freely out there? Super, super important for you to be able to play consistently and play your best out there. Next, I would ask yourself, did I complete my pre-shot routine? What got in the way of me completing my pre-shot routine? Was it external distractions, or was it my own doubts, negative thinking, or having a negative image of what the ball was going to do in my mind? Once again, that requires you to make adjustments going forward. Then, to wrap it up, I would ask yourself, what are the 2 things that I need to practice or improve in terms of my physical game? And then what are the 2 things that I need to work on in terms of my mental game? So if you want more information about the Golfer's Mental Edge 2.0, it's our premium workbook and audio program, jump over to peaksports.com and you could check it out under products or products for specific sports to be more specific. And in addition, while you're there, check out our one-on-one mental coaching programs for golfers. All right, thanks for your question and good luck.